Welcome to the Alternative Products Podcast, the ultimate hub for counterculture enthusiasts and innovators. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, we've got you covered. So sit back, relax, and let's explore the world of alternative products together.
All right, so our next guest on the podcast, we have Brett with Smilin and
Brett Weiss with Smilin Wellness and Mushroom Life.
Brett Weiss with Smilin Wellness and Mushroom Life. Life, L-Y-F-E?
L-Y-F-E.
There it is.
Well, thank you for having me on the show. I appreciate it. And before we get started, you know what we got to do.
Oh, Brett has brought me a treat.
It's been a long day for him, so I got to loosen him up a little bit. A little shot of tequila.
These are one of our last episodes, so I got the okay.
Yeah, it's to the Alt Expo people.
There it is.
Gary, congrats. Salud.
Salud.
Woo. I'm going to follow it up with a little herb bar.
Herb bar, there it is.
Good people over at Herb.
Okay.
All right, we're ready to go.
Awesome. So now that we got that started, the party's jumping. We're here at the Alternative Products Expo. What can you tell us about Smilin? What can you tell us about Mushroom Life?
Well, just to give you a little backstory, I've been in this whole space since 2013. Started in the vape world, had a company called Mojo Vapor, and about 2018 I thought I saw the nicotine world going away. Obviously, it's not going away.
Yes.
So I launched into Smilin Wellness, which is a CBD brand, which morphed into the cannabinoid brand.
Okay.
From there, obviously, the functional mushroom came around, and we have Mushroom Life. So I have two brands under the Cabo Ella branding.
Yeah.
And Mushroom Life and Smilin Wellness. And quality innovation is what our key is. You know, what I say is what I do. Okay. And we have customers been with us for 10 years, and there's a reason. We do it the right way.
Okay.
You know, what I say is what I do, as I said, and, you know, it's top notch.
So you say you have customers that have been with you for 10 years. Yeah. How has it been to build those relationships? Was it tough at first? What is it that you do to build relationships with your customers?
It's not tough. You know, it's basically you say what you mean, you do what you say.
Okay.
You shake their hand, you smile, you care about them. It's not all about the sale.
Yep.
It's about building a relationship. I've taught my reps, you know, get to know people. When's your birthday? Your daughter's birthday? What type of ice cream you like? What kind of dog you have? It's not about the quick sale.
Yeah.
People want that customer service to stay with you long term. Most people, or I would hopefully recommend, people buy on customer service.
Yeah.
If they know who you are, they're going to come back time and time again. You know, it's a big industry. A lot of people coming out of the woodwork. There's very little barriers to entry.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to start a brand tomorrow, you probably could.
Yeah.
Now it takes a special somebody to really be at the forefront and understand what is coming next. And I think we do a good job, you know, and there's a reason I've been around since 2013.
Yeah, so 2013, you said you started off in the nicotine vape.
I started in the nicotine world. I had a company called Mojo Vapor.
Okay.
We had retail and we did wholesale distribution throughout the vape space, and I loved it. I met a lot of people. I never smoked cigarettes growing up.
Yep.
Then about 2015, I used to just test all the zero nicotine stuff.
Okay.
And in about 2015, one of my good friends, Steven Sapir from Beantown, a lot of you people know him, sent me this bourbon custard, and I took a vape of it. I'm like, this is good, and I kept vaping because I couldn't vape nicotine prior to that. And I call him up, I'm like, is this 0 or 3 milligram? He's like, this is 3 milligram. And I said, God damn it, motherfucker. And I was hooked from that point on.
Yeah.
I could vape, and you know, it's a healthier alternative to smoking cigarettes, the way I looked at it. So obviously I did that until about 2018 when all the kind of rules and regs came out, and I decided to transition. I'm a forward thinker, and nobody knew what CBD was.
Yeah.
So that's where Smilin Wellness came out of the fruition, and I'm all about, you know, just like the vape world, CBD and functional mushrooms is all about being healthier. Yeah. Treating your body the right way, and there's a lot of stuff that grows out in the soil there that works for you. And a lot of big companies, the pharmaceutical companies, we're not going to name them, don't want you to know that.
Yeah.
But if people like myself and people here in the industry can truly promote what's going on, it's a better world, in my opinion.
Awesome. And how is it that you guys stay ahead of the curve with everything that's changing within the laws and the legality of everything?
You know, I have a very small company where there's 9 of us. I can pivot quickly.
Okay.
You know, there's not a lot of politics that go into it. Because of my 10-year history in this space, I've built a lot of relationships with the vendors, with the suppliers, and I vetted out the right people. So I kind of get a little bit of know know all before what's coming out.
Yep.
So I always come out with something a little bit different.
Right.
I don't play follow the leader. I don't want to be part of the crowd. I want to be that person they're chasing and looking at us differently. I am, I'm not like everybody else. I am who I say I am. We treat as people with customer service, a smile, and we know who they are, and it comes down to our products. What's next? Whether it's a functional mushroom, whether it's this whole Amanita craze. We just stay ahead. I mean, I do kind of have a crystal ball in my head, so I know what's that next big thing.
Yeah.
And I just try to stay on top of it. And again, being nimble and being a small company allows me to get to that level before some of these bigger companies have to go through all of this.
Awesome. And there's been a lot of talk in the industry right now as far as psilocybin kind of making an entrance.
Yeah.
Do you see that happening as far as it becoming legal? And how soon do you think that will be implemented? And are you going to implement that into your products?
Once it becomes legal, I definitely will.
Okay.
There's a lot of people playing with fire, to be honest with you. Synthetic psilocybin, 4-AOC DMT, it's an analog. Hey, you can do what you want to do, but I'm not going to fight with fire. Psilocybin, I don't know, could be 3 or 4 years, could be a year, but I've also played in the cannabis space and it's not federally legal yet. So as much as I want it done tomorrow or by the end of the year, I don't see it happening. I think you're going to see pockets of cities and states that are going to decriminalize it, like we've seen in Oregon and up in Oakland and all that stuff. It will happen. I mean, you can't stop nature. That's what I think. What I say, you can't stop me going outside and going to that cow pasture and getting that psilocybin mushroom and trying it and having health benefits. It's not all about tripping.
Right.
I mean, there's so many health benefits in mushrooms, whether it's psilocybin or all the functional mushrooms that we incorporate in a lot of our products.
Can you add a little bit to that as far as the therapeutic benefits of psilocybin and why they're using it to help people with depression and all this?
100%. I mean, it's I've actually got a lovely young lady sitting across from us. She's not on camera, but she's been utilizing microdosing for quite some time. It helps. It helps from a depression standpoint. It helps curb alcoholism. I mean, you're seeing studies by John Hopkins and all this stuff that, hey, I'm smart. They're a lot smarter than me. That it whatever properties and benefits are in psilocybin and in some of the functional mushrooms we sell, it works. It helps with depression, anxiety, inflammation, alcoholism. And if you want to go to the moon, eat enough of those gummies and you can.
There it is. That's that was going to be my next. That was going to be my next question.
Yes.
The mushrooms that you have, the functional mushrooms that you have in your products. What exactly are they? Is it Amanita?
So I've got a variance. I've got about 12 different products in the mushroom life. We've got our functional mushrooms. We got our gel caps, our gummies, our tinctures, and those all incorporate different functional mushrooms: chaga, reishi, cordyceps, lion's mane. They all have different benefits, whether it's for sleep, whether it's for immunity, whether it's health, you name it. And then about a year ago, this whole Amanita craze started. I actually started selling this back last October.
Okay.
I think I was probably one of the first 5 in the industry to sell it.
Wow.
And Amanita, we don't know about it. There's really been very little research and studies on it. It does have some euphoric benefits. From a psychedelic standpoint, they say it has psychedelic-like features. But if you eat 10 gummies of anything, you're gonna trip.
Right.
I personally don't think Amanita has that psilocybin-like effect. So what I have done with my mind-bending gummies, and we have 2. We have this Happy Mush line and Smilin', and then we have our Mushroom Life brand. We've incorporated some cannabinoids.
Okay.
In the industry that we play in, that you work in, people want to feel something. They want immediate gratification. So when they take a gummy, they want to know within 20, 30 minutes it's working. I don't foresee a lot of these Amanita people that are claiming this and that you got to eat 10 of the gummies. I don't want to eat 10 gummies. You want to eat 10 gummies?
Probably not.
No, you want to eat 1 or 2 and you want to feel that. You want to feel that effect. And it's interesting. Again, I'm not poo-pooing what everybody else does. I just know from where I've been over the last 12 months, that is my take on the Amanita space. I think it's good. I mean, there's a reason Mario Brothers has been eating these things for years.
There you go.
And the reindeers.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
And obviously, let me pick this up. This is our THCA flower, but everything we put out in the marketplace, it's top quality. I source from only trusted vendors. I have labs that I refer to that give me trusted COAs. I don't like to play the smoke and mirrors game that a lot of people do, unfortunately, in this industry. I'm not in it for the quick buck.
Okay.
I'm in it long term. Again, I've been here for 10 years.
Right.
I'm a kind of an OG. I'm a dinosaur. There's several people that have been around with me, and if you don't do it the right way, you won't stay. I'm not here to leave tomorrow and put $1 million in my pocket.
Yeah.
I'd love to put $1 million in my pocket, and maybe I have, or maybe I will. But it's not about. It's about doing the right thing.
Right.
And putting a smile on your face.
Yes.
Drinking a shot of tequila. Look at that. He's even smiling, guys.
There it is. Yes. Awesome. And what would you say is your best market where you guys are at and you're doing the best within that market?
That's a great question. It varies month to month. I mean, we obviously coming from my background, we were really focused on the smoke shop and the vape shop world. Then we really started getting into the health and wellness space. It's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
We've had some great meetings here at the show. Shalom, thank you for inviting us and harassing me for the last year and a half.
Yes.
But there's some great buyers you guys have attracted to the show, and I do appreciate it. And they come from the smoke and vape shop. They come from the CBD shop. They come from the health and wellness. There's some amazing distributors. I mean, it's a good group of people that you guys have invited to really help a person like myself and my company present ourselves out there.
Awesome. And are you guys just based mainly in the U.S.? Are you international?
Yeah, right now we're only based in the U.S. I'm looking for a Colombian rep, which you're living in Medellin, so we'll talk after the show.
There it is.
But yeah, right now we do 95% of what we do is in the U.S., but I realize how big the international market is. But there's also a lot of red tape, and being a small company, I haven't delved into that yet.
Yes.
Would I like to? So if you got that Colombian distributor, let me know.
Well, I'm sure Shalom could help you. We're actually in Medellin.
Yep.
Have you been to any of our other trade shows? Is this your first one?
This is the first one. I've attended one, but this is the first one we've actually exhibited at.
Awesome.
We were supposed to do Fort Lauderdale, and then we were supposed to do Medellin, and I picked Dallas. Why not come to Dallas in July? It's the best time of year, guys.
There it is, and it's our first time in Dallas as
Yeah.
well. So we're gonna most likely, I'm sure we'll probably be back to Dallas.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, most likely next year. But
Yeah.
who knows? Medellin for sure.
Yeah.
We would love to have you next year in Medellin. You can kind of expand your
Yeah.
business to Latin America.
For sure.
That's a really booming industry right now.
I heard the
market.
show was amazing. A lot of buyers, a lot of attendees, and it's I appreciate it. I build my business based on relationships, and as I said, Shalom and Gabby, they're great people.
Yes.
It's not all about who can swing the biggest this. It's about people like yourself, and it's a relationship thing. And will I attend again? 100%, because you guys are class act and quality people.
Well, we appreciate you being here and bringing your products to the show. Also, you brought out some merch as far as...
I brought some swag. Yep, this is for
hats.
you. This is a Mushroom Life hat.
Oh,
These
wow.
are your T-shirts for you.
That's amazing.
Yep.
So we have, and how has making merch, hats and shirts and all that, how has that helped the brand?
So you see this shirt here, Mushroom Life. When I walk around shows or I just walk into anywhere, everybody says Mushroom Life. Oh my God, that's an amazing shirt. So I typically give all this stuff away.
Awesome.
It's worth it. It's a marketing dollar that I'm willing to expend. I mean, you look pretty good in that hat,
There you go. I didn't check the mirror yet.
No, he looks good. What do you guys think? He looks good.
There we go.
There you go. But yeah, merchandise stands out. People remember. And now that we're, the mushroom space it's just in the infancy. There's not a lot of mushroom brands here, which I kind of like now. Your next show, or maybe not Vegas, but next one after that, Miami, I guarantee there's 15, 20 different booths. So as long as we can continue to stay ahead of the curve and be innovative and come out with different products, we will. Just watch out. We could be a force to reckon with.
There it is. And where exactly are you guys located?
We're in Carlsbad, California, which is a suburb of San Diego, up in North County. We're 10 minutes from the beach.
Okay.
I've lived out in California since 1997. I'm from Arizona originally.
Awesome.
And I love it. It's people say, how could you live out there? It's so expensive. And I tell them, well, I pay the sunshine tax. I'm willing to. Especially when I come into Dallas and I'm like sweating balls. It's outside. It's like hot, Very similar. What's the temperature in Colombia?
Well, Medellin is not too bad. Medellin, they call it the eternal spring, so it's like 75 all year round, but it does rain a lot. Miami, I'm from Miami, so that's
like here. It's like I grew up in Arizona, dry heat, moved to California in '97, lived in Colorado, lived in Aspen, Costa Rica as well. But hey, you know what? Wherever you live, just be your best you can.
There it is. Brett, I really appreciate you being on the podcast. Anything else you want to share before we head out?
I don't, Mike. Just do me a favor. Keep smiling and living the life.
There it is. Thank you, guys.
All right, guys.
There it is.
As the industry continues to evolve, so will we, bringing you the latest trends, innovations, and stories from the front lines. Don't forget to share this podcast with your friends, family, and industry peers to help us spread the word and continue to grow this community. Thank you for being a part of the Alternative Products Podcast.